Alright, hey YouTube, Dumashasi here, back with another video. And today, going back into some MiniGT stuff. This is stuff I've picked up last couple months or so. A lot of the same casting, admittedly, at least compared to, like, you'll see these Stratoses here. This was kind of completing the ones that I didn't have yet, at least as far as what's actually out by now. I got a few, got the Lincoln there, and yeah, then a couple other, a couple other cars that are first time, first time getting the toolings in my hands. We'll go ahead and take a look. First up, we got McLaren F1 GTR 96 presentation look. Not a car, like, obviously really important car history of vehicles, obviously. Super, possibly probably what could be called the first hypercar. But like, if it was a regular one, like a regular F1, I wouldn't care. But being the GTR, the race version, I actually do really like it. And I've mentioned before with MiniGT, I really like what they do. Like, they have some like, the quality of the cars is at quite it's pretty damn good, I will say. I know some QC has been a little bit of a problem over the last year, but in a general sense, MiniGT is, especially for, like, in the States, like, these cost like $12 to $15 normally. I think these are probably the best value diecast out there. The problem for me is they don't do a lot that really suits me. Not that I don't care for a lot of the cars. I mean, like, they do a lot of cool cars, don't get me wrong. It's just a lot of stuff that doesn't appeal to what I generally collect. But anyway, this F1 GTR is awesome freaking casting. Love the race version of this car, so I will probably try to get all the versions of this casting. I think it was the Le Mans winner, the Ueno Clinic one. That was, I think, the first release of the casting. And that one I do not have. That one's kind of a pricey one now. I kind of wish I got it early on, but what are you going to do? I know there's the dark blue Golf one is out right now, and I think there's another one or two coming. Not sure. But yeah. Definitely a very, very well done casting. Go ahead and stick that right there. Or, yeah, I'll put it right there. Why not? Alright, next up, we got Lincoln Capri, the 1954 Carrera Panamericana class winner. This, I believe, was the second release of this casting. I think the first, I'm not using my normal pocket knife. What am I doing? Box cutter. I think it was like the second release. I think originally, like, the first one that was done, I think it was in black. I think it was some sort of, like, promo release that, from what I understand, I think it was like some promo that, whoever wanted the promo, they requested MiniGT to make the car. So they did, and then they've just kind of utilized it in different aspects for different releases since. And like I said, I think this was the second one to come out. So, yeah. There's our race version Lincoln here. The first one that I've had that is kind of stock. Remember last year I had I grabbed the purple and yellow hot rod versions. Like the chop channeled hot rodded out ones. So, yeah. Definitely a neat car there. So next up, I don't need that insert. We'll go ahead and look at the Lancia Stratos HF Stradale. I think that's how you say it. and Giallo Fly. And then obviously just yellow. I'm probably butchering the words. One of 1,440, at least packaged as such. So a lot of the MiniGT stuff, and when it packaged in the cards like these, those are marked as Mio exclusives for the US market. But they are available outside of the US, and they just come in just a box outside the US. Apparently, American collectors are very strongly opinionated in that they want their stuff carded. So that was kind of, I guess, the deal with Mio to start doing them for US distribution. So we've seen the car before. I just really like the Stratos cast. I really like the Stratos car itself. I like the Stratos casting. And it's just one of those cars I wanted to complete. So just one to work on completing. So next up, we got the red one. Rosso. Or not, or I don't know. How the hell? I don't know. It's red. It's red. That's all I know. I save the boxes because I do store the cars in their boxes in a bin. So there is a red one with the lights down. Next up, we got kind of a lighter blue. Last one, I opened up a darker blue one on the last MiniGT video I had done. Apparently 1,800 of these ones were done, at least carded. Put that there. There is our light blue one here. All right, next up we got it in black, and the last Stratos I have for now. I think this is actually the most recent thing. Unless the yellow one was a newer. Nope. Yeah, black was the most recent one. There's a couple more coming out. I don't know exactly when. They're both actual race versions of the car, so they'll have the wider rear wheels and all that. They look pretty sharp, at least on the promo pictures we've seen. If you go on the Mio or MiniGT Instagram profiles, you'll see pictures. There is the black one with the lights up. Love that car. I'm sorry it's late. I had time to jump down here and get a video filmed, so we're doing it. All right, next up we got the Lamborghini Huracan Stirato and blue Azure. I don't know how the hell to say the damn word. So modern Lamborghinis generally do not do much for me. Like, I just don't think they look good. In a general sense, don't know why, they just don't appeal to me. Like modern, like, I don't know. I don't know. I generally just don't care for them. But the Stirato, I think it's kind of cool because it's kind of done like a rally car. So I had to pick this one up, and I know there's the white one and like the greenish brown one. I think that was the first one that they did. So I got to pick that one up for sure. And I'll get the white one also. But yeah, being not just a general Lamborghini, it's a sort of a off-road rally one. So it appeals a little more to to my tastes. So yeah. And yes, these mirrors are a soft, definitely a soft plastic, almost rubbery. So they can break, and I think I actually broke one on a, what do you call it? A Kyle House Silverado. I actually broke one. Alright, anyway, next up, probably easily going to be one of the more popular ones of the year. We got the number 872, the Porsche 911 GT3R, number 80, 2023 IMSA, VIR, Virginia Raceway, Virginia International Raceway, Roxy from AO Racing. They released Rexy last year. Damn it. There we go. Then we got Roxy, and I think from the same race. I think it's the same race as the Rexy that was released last year. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain. I don't really know the history of the of which car is what, and like the Porsche's confused the shit out of me as far as like, all right, it's a 911 GT3 or it's a GT2 RS. I don't know. I get confused. Not too hard to confuse me, honestly, but I wish I grabbed the Rexy. I don't know why I delayed on it. I just did. But I do regret not grabbing one because they're too expensive for what I want to spend nowadays. But there is another one coming out from a different race. I think it's not going to be the same. I don't think it's a GT3R. I want to say it's a GT2 from one of the other. It's another IMSA race. I don't know which one it is. I don't follow that racing close enough to know the differences. I just like the way they look, and I like the racing Porsches. So not bad for the first MiniGT Porsche I've owned. One bummer is like they got like with the bases. Sometimes there's just not a whole lot of detail, but I know a lot of that is because the underbody. Well, part of it's probably because I know because a lot they'll have a lot of these cars, they have aero panels on the bottom that you can't, so it kind of blocks everything out anyway. But probably because of how low these sit, it'd be harder to do harder to do some base detail on these. But and I harp on that with Hot Wheels, at least on the basics. But I don't know. It should be, I think it probably should be a bit of a criticism for MiniGT, at least to a point, but as a whole, I understand. I mean, not like you're displaying the cars like this. So, does the base detail really need to be there? Yes and no. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to really feel about it. Because otherwise, this is a fantastic casting. Really regretting not getting a Rexy. All right, and then the last few here, just some more Lincolns. We got the one Capri. We got it in the Premier Yellow. Got that open. There it is, and just the pale yellow. Sharp looking 50s car. I mentioned before, I'm hoping they start doing more stuff like this. Not that I think they will, Next up we got, I really like this one, Park Lane Green, the Bloomfield Green roof. But not that I think they will, because I know like the majority of collectors that are out there that they're probably trying to appeal to, they're probably not going after stuff like this too much. And so I can understand the brands not wanting to do stuff that they don't think will sell well. It's just a bit of a bummer for me. Who likes these old cars? That's all. Really sharp one of this. I really I love the color on this one. That one's really sharp. All right, next up we got white with Atlantic blue top, Arctic white. Now these ones I'm actually kind of surprised are up to 3,000 for the U.S. production, but whatever. There's the white one. Definitely a sharp looking car. And then lastly, using the hot rod casting version, we got the this Mizu diecast shadow puppet. I have no idea exactly what the hell this is, like why it exists, because they did the Rhino Kaido House dually as well. But I have no idea if it's like what it's based on. If it's like a specific thing, or looks like I don't know. It looks like some sort of celebration stuff over it. I don't know what flag that is. Is that Indian? Oh man, I'm showing my education here anyway. What the hell flag is that? What is that flag? Is that, I want to say it's like Indonesia, but I don't think it is. So excuse my ignorance on that. I love the hot rod casting of this car. And actually, now that I have a couple stock ones, we can really look it over. Compare the differences. So obviously, first thing we can see, completely different stand. It definitely the hot rod sits lower than the stock one, for sure. I believe, is it channeled? I guess it's not channeled. Okay, so that's primarily it, at least as far as side profile stuff goes. Then you look at the front, completely different design. You got the, I think it's called French headlights here. They're recessed. An old hot rodders trick, essentially. I think the back end. All right, they took out the so the emblem here, the Lincoln logo. That is a raised spot in the metal, whereas it's smooth here. So, and this one has shaved door handles. Obviously, no spot for the rear view mirror. Yeah. So that is these cars. And now that we're 20 minutes in, we're going to try something on camera here. So I actually bought a few extras of, honestly, all of these Lincolns, because I wanted to grab the extra purple one I got here. I wanted to see if the bases could easily swap. So we'll go ahead and mess around with that. Which one do we want to do? The green one. I grabbed Shadow Puppet and the white one because I like those colors. The yellow one is kind of, it's nice. I don't know if I'm going to buy. I did grab an extra of it. I don't know that I will bother swapping stuff. So anyway, grab an extra Parkland green one here. As well as, we'll just pop open the extra purple one I got. Purple hot rod I got here. Like I said, the bases, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much they've modified the tooling, if the bases are easily swappable or not. Or if, like, they changed stuff with the interior, if those are easily swappable. I do not know. Luckily, these are just screwed together, so it's very easy to take them apart. Or should be. Grab my M2 screwdriver here. Alright, that. Alright. Put that over there. Pop the purple one apart. This one I've actually taken apart already. And then we shall see. So I should be able, maybe, just flip that over. Or not. Nope. Okay, so that is definitely, so the interior is definitely different too. Let's go ahead and change that out as well. Yep, okay, so you can see, actually we'll look at that real quick here. So you can see with the interior piece, the one for the stock one has the tab here, the axle, like between the axle and the interior part, it sits on this tab, holds it down, and it's flat for the front part, whereas the hot rod version, you got notches in there. So let's go ahead and pop. Can I pop? Ooh, that's going to be different too. Or am I? I'm an idiot. I'm putting it in backwards. Hey, it sits in there better. All right, let's see. Get those wheels there. That one there. Or is there more to the difference here? Check something. So that just sits like that. Okay. Curious. Okay. All right, so the interior seems to does sit kind of funny in here, doesn't it? Is that different? There's definitely differences. Just trying to tell. Is it too different to just swap stuff? Should just go. Okay, so not that one. Put that back there. Alright. Axes are the same, so should just be able to do that. think, theoretically, it should work. I think. All right. Okay, that seemed to swap over okay. Give it a nice lower stance, well, a little bit of a lower stance. It's subtle, but you can see it. There we go. Ever so slight difference. But it is enough. It does... Oh, no, wrong one. Gives it just the right stance. Especially with the side pipe out the back there. So you can see with this one, they sit about the same height. Whereas with the regular one, it does sit a bit higher. Yeah, there's that one. So let's go ahead and put the regular base on the black one. I'll set this back. This one might be a little fun putting back together. I think we're good. Okay. Doesn't quite sit the same, does it? Yeah, it definitely sits a little... The regular base definitely sits a little different on the hot rod base. Oh, the hot rod body. Or I just didn't have it set right. I think that was all it was. That was all it was. Okay, it just wasn't set right there. So yeah. There's the hot rod with the regular base. I actually don't mind it with this taller stance, slightly taller stance like that. A little bit, very slight rake there. See here, the hot rod one, non-hot rod. Yeah, I don't know. Just something I wanted to try here real quick. And actually with these regular base ones, oh, I gotta, oop. If I strip that. Ooh, I may have messed that up. Ever so slightly. Alright. Yeah. Just a little experiment in there. Alright, everyone. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.